Is is the sound on? Is the sound on? Is everybody in? All right, welcome back. Today I'm talking about consoles and being, got to be a bit of a tech when you do this stuff. You get these consoles because there's a lot of moving parts, and sooner or later something's going to go wrong. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we are at the console. So I'm working on a project today, and I had an issue with channel 13 fader was sticking or not responding correctly. The way this works, you go over here. If I touch a fader, it's going to show you which track that I'm on, right? So when I was touching number 13, I wasn't getting anything, and the fader itself was kind of fighting me a little bit. So there are two components to the fader. Basically, it's in banks of 4. So basically, you have to take out 4 screws, and then this whole thing pops out, and then you just gable the connections inside, and then you could take the whole component out. So this is the fader here. You see that, right? Yeah. Now, the thing is, there's two components to the fader. There's the actual fader itself, right? And then there's what they call a servo board that is part of the channel, which with these blue lights and all this stuff comes through on the fader. Now, I've had problems with this fader before, and I assumed, you can never assume, that it was the servo board that was bad. So I sent it out to API, and I sent it to them, and they're like, there's nothing wrong with this. So I was like, wait a minute. And it always seems to go back to number 13. When I got the console, it came with like an extra fader as like a backup. So I said, wait a minute, let me try changing the fader instead of the servo board. And bingo, I touch 13 and boom, I'm seeing delay on my here. And it's a beautiful thing. I had like temporary insanity thinking I was like, oh, here we go again. So all I can say about this stuff is don't be afraid to do some of this tech stuff yourself, because if you have to rely on a tech to always come over and fix your console, it's going to become very expensive. That's my short video for today. Hope you're all doing well. Take care.